art, Ghana culture, Africa, not just Ghana, African art and African culture, meaning the eating now. We see the number of people who are coming, and now I see more people coming back and not just visiting, but really looking at how can they work with the local community to improve certain areas. During the year of return and beyond the return, we've done a lot of what we call return conversations. Dentaa also does the diaspora conversations, but all is aimed at more like master classes. And so in some cases we've had people like Johnson, Bezuma, Barrow, several of them. At any time people come, we say, okay, can we have the masterclass? Actually, it's one of the things that I was going to pitch. But it's good that the minister and his deputy have already mentioned it. It's all to get the people aligned with the business side of the talent that you have.
Right.
And so whether it's a musician, we've got a lot of musicians here to engage with them, because people are really taking advantage of the use. It's good to play and talented, but if you don't, it's a craft, and if you don't manage your craft very well, from marketing, the PR, everything has to go together so that you get to know that you want. And if you have one of our own, like yourselves, show them the way. Tell them how these things are done. How do you set ads, what position yourself, relevant in the market. Go to art center, or even on the streets, you see a lot of serious stuff. But then, aside that, you have, even in the universities, you have guys doing wonderful stuff. But that's why somebody can advise it for years, the next one, you start losing interest, because if you look at the amount of time and effort that you put in to that point, then it's difficult. Now there's also digital art that is coming out quite strongly. How do we help them to manage the talent? And it's a raw film.
It is raw, and again, I think I went through a stage where I had to put a pause to the creative process and get into truly understanding what is behind the creative process. You know, who are the movers, who are the shakers? How do you guarantee the longevity of your artwork once it's created? If you're not in for the long haul, if you're not in for the passion, you could be the most talented and you fizzle out. So it's just one of those fields where, yes, the passion is there, but unfortunately, teaching artists to truly understand the power that they have and what it means to create, and especially I would say the old masters understood. 95% of the artwork out there going upwards of 10 million to insane amounts, 50, 60, 70 million dollars are by artists that are dead. Less than 3% of the proceeds from these sales end up with a descendant or a foundation on their estate. So, and it is such an unregulated space that people that are making money off of it, like people are hiding serious asset money in artwork, and the artist is still stuck. It's very, very heavy up top and nothing trickles down, so again, as Africans, we are naturally artists, we are talented, we have the talent. It's time to reverse it a little bit. Okay, this is what I'm good at. How do I maximize it? How do I use what I have? How do I leverage that for the long-term benefit of one, myself, my immediate family, and the country as a whole, and even the continent? How do I want to be seen? Am I using my art to represent my country in the best light? So you have to be able to be of the mindset that you're gonna be dead and gone, and you want what you leave behind to transcend. Because it's gonna outlive you, whether you like it or not. So every time you put out any work, if you're an artist, musician, visual arts, sculptor, whatever it is that is artistic, whatever you create is most likely gonna outlive you. So you're slowly creating a legacy of body of work that you'll be dead and gone, and if you don't put the necessary foundation in place to protect that, it will end up in the wrong hands. So what are the things that we need to do so this does not keep repeating itself? At a point, you keep knocking your head to the wall and you see blood, you have to stop the aggression. And art is such a common universal language. Once, you like Kudrin Trisha? Oh, I like Kudrin Trisha. There's a common bond. And then the next thing you know, you're talking about business. You're talking about some other thing. But just because of that one chord, how many times have I found myself in a conversation where it was something that I had in common with the person across from me, and then it led to business? And that is where, as a continent, we need to really leverage the understanding of using art, using our music, using the things that everybody else around the world is looking at us and know we're good at. How do we leverage that to bring prosperity to the continent? So again, I don't have all the answers. That's why I'm obviously here.
I think the first step is that you're back, right? And I think in the diaspora too, be coming back and sharing that knowledge with the people on the ground here. This is something that beyond the return, things that I do is that we want to make sure that at least you're not going to move back. You're going to stay in New York, right? But at least you can mentor somebody.
Yes.
You can come back and do a master class with young people and just teach them, and so that you are also putting your hand and lifting somebody up, right? When you do you have your gallery, you can maybe once every 2 months or once every feature somebody in your gallery. So these are all things that will help us rise up. Things
that I use all the time. You have to be a force multiplier. You have to be able to not live in the lack of, but in abundance, be able to share. And just because the moment you begin to, I have this knowledge, somebody else, I don't know, then you're giving people to run around. You're living in the lack of. So guess what? One, you're not going to grow, you're not going to learn, nothing will come to you because you're not sharing. Many times, I keep saying this because artists have techniques, they have their own skill. I don't care who it is. So how do you do this? I'll tell you how I made it. Because I want more people to be able to do it. And I don't live in the lack of just, if I share this technique with you, it means that you're also going to do the same thing, and that means you'll make mine inferior. I don't live in that mindset. You have to live in abundance and be able to just share.
You need to change that mindset, because sometimes I have people come here, and before they even talk about the point, they say, I have this idea and I don't want to share because...
So why are you here?
I said, look, on my... How many proposals do I receive a day? Why am I going to do it? If it's good enough, we do it. Then that's how I see. But if you don't share, and a lot of people, I tell you, if you have an idea that you cannot share, then you're not in that business.
Exactly. Right.
You're not creative. If you're creative, you share. Because nobody can, yes, people may still, but who is stealing your idea? But if you don't share,
the storms are unnecessary because we work as a team to uplift this country.
It's the saying, the moment you think you know it all, you stop growing or you stop learning. Every day is a learning process, and you have to be open and willing to learn and share what you know. So if it happens, that would be great.